Hi everyone, welcome to the Educon community, and today's session is blockchain part 2. So the today's session deals with mainly basically Bitcoin. So the first is Bitcoin. So what is the Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. It's a general word. But Satoshi Nakamoto introduced the Bitcoin in year 2008. Okay, so Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency or virtual currency, or you can say a digital currency. Okay, so crypto or digital or virtual, anything you can say. So that uses the rules of cryptography for regulation and generation of units of currency. Clear. So a Bitcoin fell under the scope of cryptocurrency and became the first and most valuable among them. It's commonly called the decentralized digital currency. So basically, the main thing is decentralized digital. I think it's clear to you. So a Bitcoin is a type of digital assets which can be bought or sold or transferred between the two parties securely over the internet. And Bitcoin can be used to store values such as fine gold or silver or something, any entity. Okay, so we can also use the Bitcoin to buy products and services, as well as make payments and exchange values electronically, like our money. Okay, so this is totally through our internet, and the process is electronically. So a Bitcoin is different from other traditional currencies such as dollar or pound or euro, which can also be used to buy things and exchange values electronically. And there are no physical coins for Bitcoin or some paper bills like such ways. And when you send the Bitcoin to someone or use Bitcoin to buy anything, you don't need to use a bank or credit card, anything. You don't require this. Okay, so now we will come to how it works, or how Bitcoin works. How Bitcoin works is a general question. So when you send an email, like when you send an email, okay, to some person, email to some person, so you just type an email address, and you can communicate it directly to that person. So for Bitcoin, it's also the same thing. When you send an internet instant message, this type of communication between two parties is commonly known as peer-to-peer communication. Yes, like email is it's basically peer-to-peer or P2P communication. Okay, but main difference or main difference between sending an email or sending a Bitcoin is that when you will send an email to your friend or any client or any person, you uh, and through email when you send any file, okay, so then you will send a copy of your file, but the original copy is still in your desktop or in your PC. Okay, but when you will send any money or any currency from your side to another end, then then something will be deducted. Okay, that's the main difference. In case of transfer of currency, You don't send him or her a copy of your currency. It's the duplicity. Okay. So whenever you want to transfer money to someone over the internet, you need to use a service of third party, such as bank or a credit card or a PayPal or some other type of money transfer services. The reason for using third party is to ensure that you are transferring that money. And in other words, you need to be able to verify that both parties have done what they need to do in a real exchange. Okay. Suppose you click on a photo that you want to send it to another person. So you can simply attach that photo to an email or any file. Okay. Then you have to, so, see. So for sending the email, so what is the step one? Step one. So the step one is, and you want to send a file to him or her. So select a file, that means insert a file. Okay. What is the step two? What is the step two? Step two is just uh, select uh, receiver's mail. Step three, click on the send button. That's all for sending an email. Okay. So here the main problem is, here we send a copy of the file. Okay. Or of the photo, not the original file. So issue is that here we only send the of that file or picture, anything, that file. Okay. Not the original, one. Okay. So this issue is commonly known as double spend problem. Okay. So this issue is known as basically double spend problem. Okay. So the double spend problem provides a challenge to determine whether a transaction is real or not. Challenges to determine whether the transaction is real or fake. Okay. So how you can send a Bitcoin to someone over the internet without needing a bank of some other institution to certify the transfer took place? So the answer arises in a global network of thousands of computers called a Bitcoin. Okay. So this is the Bitcoin network. So comes Bitcoin network. And a special type of decentralized ledger technology. So the decentralized ledger technology is basically known as the blockchain. In Bitcoin, all the information related to the transaction is captured securely by using some maths and protected cryptographically. And the data is stored and verified across the entire network of computers. So we can say in other way, like instead of having a centralized database of the third party, such as any banks or any PayPal, to certify the transaction took place, Bitcoin uses the blockchain technology, means this decentralized ledger technology, which is a blockchain technology. Okay, so across the decentralized network of computers to securely verify, and it confirms uh, uh, each transaction. So since data is stored in a decentralized manner across a wide network, there is no single point of failure. Okay. So through this process, we can overcome the double spend problem. Clear? So this makes the blockchain more secure and less prone to fraud. Clear? So that's for all. So uh, in the next session of this blockchain, we will uh, learn about the blockchain versions. So bye. Do like, share, and subscribe as much as possible. Thank you.